Right now, last week we had Gregory come in, and I asked him to come back tonight because he got some great pictures from the inauguration he wanted to share with us. And I thought you'd be interested in hearing his adventures last weekend in Washington, D.C. So come on up, Gregory, and give us show us your pictures.
He was a fan of mine. Great man, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what? Look at my African-American over there. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
Robert, why dost thou persecute me?
He's got to get your mic on.
I'm on. Is it?
Yeah, I'll pull it down.
Pull it down.
Okay.
Pull it down.
I tell you, that microphone.
I've heard.
Oh, somebody's got it way up on the gain up there.
All the new people left. I wonder who that somebody is.
No, it was the people who were here earlier.
Oh, okay. Here we go. That sounds much better.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it wasn't a plot.
I don't know about it. You know, Dick's got this camera here, and I don't know what's in it, so. You know, before I get started with this, I just have to say thank you again. You guys made this trip possible. And, never mind. Let's go on with the slides. That's some guy. Who got beat up, I don't know how much, but, pardon?
You have to point it over here when you want.
Oh, okay, good, there we go. One of the things that I believe in firmly is the fiscal responsibility. Not only do I believe it, I practice it. So on this particular trip, I had to be in DC by Thursday, 5 o'clock. All the flights going from the West Coast to DC would get there after 5 o'clock. So I had to get in there before 5 o'clock. Normally they do that was to leave Wednesday. I didn't want to stay in a hotel because I'm fiscally responsible. So I ended up taking a flight from San Francisco to New York, and fortunately it was late an hour. So I went from San Francisco to New York, then from New York to Boston, so that I wouldn't have to stay in a hotel. I could stay in the airport. So I had a 6-hour layover in Boston, which was kind of disappointing because I was in one spot, and I didn't know they closed that part of the airport, so they kicked us out of the airport, out of that part of the airport, and said you have to go to this other place, and it would open at 3 in the morning, so I stayed until 3, and then it didn't open at 3, didn't open until 5, so anyway, I got a flight from Boston to DC, and then got into DC, and I went through the halls of power. If you've never been to DC, it's amazing. You walk into, there are 3 large buildings where the House of Representatives have their offices, the Rayburn, Cannon, and Longworth. My dear Congressperson's office was in Cannon. And
When we pulled that down, it was the wrong thing to do.
oh, I've been told that before. All right, there we go. Anyway, so this is Cannon, this is the hallway, and I went there to get something very special. It was the ticket to get into the inauguration. That's the ticket. I have it in here, but I just wanted you to see it there. So I got that ticket. As soon as I got that ticket, my stress level went straight down. Because, you know, to go through all this stuff to get a ticket and have something go wrong was what driving me nuts. And so that was, you know, it's an orange ticket. And so, Dick, you're going to kill me, but that's okay.
That's all right.
My ticket allowed me to get into here. There was,
That's pretty good.
well, just watch. Anyway, I got I got into the orange section. You know, everybody had different tickets, and so I got an orange. And I was pretty content to be there. That's also part of the package that I was given. One of the things about government is waste. I was going through the buildings all over the place, just touring, and they were just giving away so much. I mean, throwing away this great furniture. Yeah, I mean, this was no good. I mean, there were some beautiful office chairs. I was thinking, how could I get this home? But they're giving away office chairs, desks, whatever, book, I mean, all types of stuff. And so anyway, the orange section was further back here. This was, of course, the day before. That was Thursday. I was carrying around my garment bag because I didn't have a place to store it. Also, to be frugal, I had to drive from my house to the Bay Area. I left my car at a friend's house. I wouldn't have to pay parking. Then I caught BART. So I'm fiscally responsible. Okay? Remember that. I practice what I preach. So I caught BART to the San Francisco airport, and here we are in D.C. Went over to CNN. This is Teddy Davis from CNN. He wanted to basically talk to me, so we talked for about 30 minutes or so. I had a good time. I don't run away from liberal media. I think that they need to hear some things. And one of the things that had him laughing, actually, was he was asking me the popularity of Trump versus Obama. And I told him, I said, well, Trump is an alpha male. And Obama was a metrosexual, and he just cracked up. So Teddy and I get along really well. We text and everything else. So a really nice person, good time. And here we are. This is where I was. I got up. I stayed out in somewhere in Virginia. I forgot the name of it, Fairfax. So I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, catch a bus to the metro, and I got here, 8 o'clock. And I'm getting here at 8 o'clock. You have to go through all the security and all this other stuff. A lot of fun. So I'm standing right there, and that's my spot. So I stayed there for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I don't know what it was. My feet were getting cold, but it was worth it. I was content to be right there. And then I turned it around. That was another view of all the people. So you can see there were only a few people there. And it's gone. Wait a minute. There was a third one that showed that went even further back, but that's okay. So I was there, and then I got all the way up to here.
Wow.
This is Clarence Thomas right up there. He's got a booming voice. But what happened is that you saw where I was, and all of a sudden, it was like people just started moving forward. And I started moving forward too. And this voice said, just keep going, keep going. I just kept going. I can't move, Rob.
You okay? I follow you.
I kept going and going. Next thing I knew, I was up here, and nobody messed with us because I was adopted by some mafia types. Seriously, from New York. Straight mafia, hair curled back, sopranos and all that stuff. So they adopted me, and I hung with them. No security, no police even dared tell us to move. And so that's how I got up and I stayed. Matter of fact, that's his nose right there. And there's our guy right there. Right, that's the man.
Yeah, that's him.
Pardon?
You have a pointer on that, too.
I do? Man, you're really high tech. I need to pay you more. Well, anyway, and so there he is. And to be there, it was like a dream. I mean, you see these things on television, but to feel the air, to feel those hundreds of thousands of people breathe a sigh of relief, breathe a sigh of no more tyranny, to breathe a sigh of hope. I mean, it was palpable. You could touch the air and just feel the joy in people's hearts that, you know, we have hope.
Relief, finally.
Relief, yeah. I mean, it was just, I mean, you just had to be there in order to experience it. And it was like being in a dream, literally. It was just incredible. And several jumbotrons were there so that, you know, those of us who couldn't see people behind could see. And my buddy there pointing again, I love that. Oh, there it is. Okay, now you can see I'm way up front again, and now I'm looking back toward the mall. You can see there are only a few people that the press reported. Only a few. And oh man, there's a point on this. Oh no. Oh, what a relief. I'm not touching any more buttons on this thing, man. This is crazy. But anyway, in the distance, you could see the mall, and it was just packed with people. So they may have taken that photograph, CNN, whatever, probably at 3 in the morning. I don't know. This is one of my new friends. I only saw one protester, and this woman, snuck in front of me, unfurled this thing. I think it said America was never great. He politely went over and snatched it from her, and everybody clapped. So he was my hero for the day. That's, who is it? Who is it? Dan Brewer, yeah. And, you know, when some people you take a photograph with, they're like ho-hum. She has a way of putting her hand around you that's memorable. I mean, really, nice, not that way. Really nice woman, not really nice. This is my Trump connection. This is Tana Gertz when that thing happened with Trump. Bless his heart, he had her get in touch with me to make certain that I was okay. And so we've been communicating since then. And it was, talk about miraculous. It was miraculous for me to get all the way up to the front, okay, where I was. The only people in front of me were congressional guests and diplomatic guests and a couple media. And I was next to the media, actually. And so that was miraculous. And then all of a sudden, because they were kicking people out from that area. And so Tana comes up front, is not kicked out. And so I'm hanging with my mafia buddies, the Sopranos. And all of a sudden this woman turns around and she looks at me and she says, "Are you Gregory?" And I'm like, wow. And she said, "I'm Tana." And I said, "Oh my goodness, Tana." I mean, it was just miraculous to meet because I sent her a text earlier, seeing what she was going to do after the inauguration. And so for us to meet, out of all those hundreds of thousands of people, for us to meet up there like that was beyond miraculous. So I was thankful to meet her. It was just a lot of fun. Met her family, met her husband. Good people. And this is where I was. I was seated. Not only was I far up there, but I was seated on this wall. And there are two walls. There's one several feet away. And so between the two walls, they were kicking people out. And Tana got up there and was not kicked out. So miraculous. And there it is, you know, up close to, it was over at this time. But anyway, I just wanted to get you a view of what, I mean, this whole thing is just beyond description. And I'm blowing it as far as the atmosphere and the joy and the excitement of being there. And then being frugal again, I made the mistake of buying a ticket late at night when I was tired and I had my glasses off. And so my flight that I thought was coming from DC, actually from New York to San Francisco, I thought I was arriving at 11:59 a.m. But I ended up arriving at 11:59 p.m. So I had a 12-hour layover in New York. But, well, and it was funny because I left at the airport and I went looking for a church and I found this church. And so I got to the bus stop and I had my garment bag again and I had a $5 bill to pay for fare. And they didn't, their buses do not accept any bills. And in New York, I couldn't believe it. The guy let me on. He said, just get on. Yeah. And it happened twice. And the second time was a woman because I had to transfer. And so I got on this other bus, the same thing. I'm like, well, how do I pay for this thing? And she was just, this is a sister, and she just had this attitude. She said, just go. So I think it changed. It was $2.75 to catch the bus back to the airport. So anyway, I got back to JFK, and initially, there were 3 flights out. And I'm like, oh my God, I did not want to get back to San Francisco so late at night because I was tired in the first place. I hadn't slept, only slept one night in the bed because I'm fiscally responsible. And so I was tired. And so fortunately, I got standby that flight left at 4 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I got a standby flight instead of coming in at midnight. So I got in like 7 something in San Francisco. So that's JetBlue, best airline I've flown in quite some time. Good service. And so there we are leaving JFK. I love New York, I do. And my way of saying thanks to all of you. Yeah. But, now some of you don't know this, but I'm a collector. I collect certain things, and I just want to show you part of my collection for a specific reason. These are the things that I got in this package from those of us who were fortunate enough and blessed enough to attend the inauguration. We were given a package. It contains a whole lot of things. I think I'll set it up on the table somewhere so you can see it. It's fascinating stuff that we were given. One of them is a portrait of, who's this? Mike Pence, thank you. And who's this guy smiling?
I love the signature.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I've got that. Got this. I add to my collection. Got the map. And I've got this special thing that was at the inauguration as well. Here's the ticket. And, oh, you're gonna love this. This is a business card from Louis Gohmert.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, Louis. And I have a pin that says, I was there. My own personal collection. But I am going to give it to the Tea Party. You guys have been so good, so this is yours. So you can, I think we ought to have a silent auction for this.
Wow.
You know, so this is yours. To show my appreciation for everything. And if you, I think the most important part of this package, though, is there.
The Jefferson Museum.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. Sounds good. But the most important part of this package, I don't know how it got in this envelope, but an autograph card from me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We couldn't have sent a better guy.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. And also with that package, you will get this. This is impressive. You can put it in any parking lot. You know, just put it on your and you're good. Oh, and I forgot. This is very important. Are you familiar with Barton Metro?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never in the history of Metro have they had their Metro card without the president's photograph on it. But they did this year, and so you have one without his photograph, but the cover is where you have it. So this is a collectible thing that I'm also giving to the Tea Party Patriots. Again, because I have the memories, I was there, but to show my appreciation for all that you've done, this is yours again. So thank you very much.
Thank you.